All right, what is up? Let me change that. All right, what is up? So, Brian should be here in a little bit, and Brandon unfortunately can't make it today. So I'm just gonna chill with you guys for a little bit. It's been a while since it's just been me. But we got some comments in here. We got Derpy. Just got out of Wakanda forever. So I see it Saturday, but I kind of ruined it for me. I already know all the things about it. Oh no, I'm ready. I know, and I have feelings about it already. I know pretty much everything. I spoiled it for myself, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't want to give my feelings until I do sit through it. Yeah, until I do sit through it and see. This movie's gonna be very, very decisive. It's gonna be very decisive. There's gonna be people that say it's the best MCU movie, and there's already a lot of people saying, why did they do certain things? Why did they do certain things? He's good. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Kugler. I know who you meant. He's good. He's good. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not saying much. This is the best Phase 4 movie. I was like, well, what was the other Phase 4 movie? Well, I guess No Way Home technically counts. I mean, that would be the only other one that's up there because Love and Thunder, and what's the other one? Doctor Strange. No, not the best MCU. I mean, there's a lot of people. Yeah, I bet. I bet a lot of people are crying about it. Not like that. Are crying because of it. You know, which I get. You know, but the one thing I ask everybody: are you crying because of Chadwick, or are you crying because of T'Challa? And if you don't know the difference, then there's an issue with the storytelling. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. By the end of the film, it's very emotional. I heard, even people who are not loving it are saying the same thing. It's a very emotional film. I mean, there's no way around that. This whole thing was going to be an emotional, I want to say roller coaster, because roller coaster means there's ups and downs. I think there's a lot of downs on this one. Please put these comments up again when Brian gets on the show. Yeah, we'll probably talk about it because I do want to see, because I know he saw it today, and I know Brandon has also saw it today. My girlfriend said I should have called off work and we could have gone to see it. But I was like, I already had 2 months off. But I kind of, I don't want to speak for Brian, but I think I know where he stands with it. But I don't want to speak for him. But him more so than Brandon. Brandon, I'm not quite sure how he feels about the big plot points of the movie. The emotional ones, obviously I think everyone's going to be very emotional with that. I don't want to say upset, but because it's not really upset, but yeah, emotional with it. But Brian, I'm pretty sure I know what he's going to say. Brandon, not 100%. So, but on Monday, hopefully we're gonna, not hopefully, we are going to talk about this movie, and the whole show is gonna be about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the whole show. So, it might be probably a 2-hour show of just us talking about Black Panther. So we'll see. But yeah. I mean, if people like it, I get why they would like it for sure, without a doubt. Because Chadwick was amazing in this role. He was amazing in a lot of his roles that he did. He was just a really, 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 really good actor. Sorry, I got tongue tied. Really good actor, and he knew how to become a character, which is kind of important. But yeah, I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit until Brian shows up. But what else is up? So yeah, we're gonna talk about some Andor too. That's another thing that a lot of people are very have opposite feelings for. It's either you hate it or you grew to love it, or kind of. I kind of liked it right from the start. Brian took a little. I'd say by the third episode, he started to like it. There's some people that are barely getting on the train now, and there's some people that just don't like it. Just like it's not Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. So, yeah. I'm curious how these films will intertwine with the next phase. That's my big issues with it. Is I don't want to say I don't think there's really there wasn't an end credit, but there was a mid credit scene, which I hate because they said that they're like, oh, there's no post credit scene, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, there is. There's something that happened after the first bit of credits. Before the normal black and white scrolling credits start. There is a mid credit scene in it that has a lot of people talking a lot. So I still I yeah, I don't know. I don't like to say when people write themselves in corners, because I feel like there's always an out. And I think the Russo brothers said something along the same lines. It's like oh, writing yourself in a corner is fun because then you have to figure out ways to get out of it. Which I'm like, yeah, I guess, but then are you really writing yourself in a corner if you could get out of it? Like if there's always an out, then you're never fully in in that spot where you can't get out. So this one is going to be interesting. This movie is going to be very interesting on the future of a lot of things. Me personally, I'm super hyped for Namor. I'm super hyped for Namor. But this next comment up for Brian. I'll let him know when he comes in. I'll make sure I star it. I'll star it. What do you think about Namor, Derpy? He's very different from the comics. Very, very different. I mean, people were very upset. People were very upset about that he wasn't Atlantis, and they kind of just totally rewrote this character as a brand new character, which with just the same name and kind of powers. But I'm pretty hyped about Namor though. I think he's gonna be pretty cool. I like that. how the F was that film 85 is the best project of Phase 4. Yeah, like I said, I could probably agree, but it's also not going against anything really great. I think Phase 4 was introducing a lot of people and stuff like that, but you know, but like I said, what that Phase 4 wasn't a giant mountain to climb to be the best of that. I mean, because I believe was Spider-Man No Way Home part of Phase 4, or was at the end of Phase 3, or was that weird like middle thing? I forget how they plan or say that one is, but I mean, I knew, whether you're part of recast, not recast, or not like it's gonna be a great movie because Ryan Coogler is directing it, and he's a pretty good director, really good director actually. So he knows his stuff. But you can come in whenever, Brian. We're kind of chit chatting. Nothing official yet. So yes, very different than the comics, but the writing for Namor was awesome, and the actor who played him, props to him. Yeah. I like what's his name? I'm gonna murder his name, but yeah, and also I like when actors get hyped when they get cast as a character. Chadwick was super hyped when he got cast as Black Panther T'Challa. Who else was like super hyped? Chris Hemsworth, I think was pretty hyped, back then. What's her name? Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was like insanely hype. I don't think I've ever seen an actress to be so excited to be casted as a role. So, but when actors are excited to play that role, you can tell because their performance is amazing. So, yeah. But so let's see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll definitely start that comment. Put it up for him for the recent comment. Yeah, when he comes in, make sure I let him know. But if you're watching live, we're not going to talk about too much about Black Panther because we are going to save that for Monday. Monday we're going to do our full review and spoiler review, and we're going to talk about everything on Monday. Monday we'll probably start off with like a quick 15-minute non-spoiler discussion, and then it's going to be 2 hours of probably of straight up.
What's up, guys?
What is
just you?
just me and Derpy.
Just you. That's okay.
But he said, "I'm sorry that film was at least a 90."
Did you already see it, Derpy?
Yeah, he saw it. He went. He said he just came home.
I saw it. I saw it at 3:30. I took my kids out of school.
Nice.
Terrible. I'm a terrible child. Yeah. I'm a terrible parent. It's terrible.
critics are wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of the criticism I'm hearing, I agree with. But it's still at 85. Still at 85.
It's a good movie, but we'll talk about that on Monday. But,
yeah.
It was fine. Yeah. I don't want to talk about Wakanda forever right now. I'm still trying to really figure out how I want to
process it.
Yeah, it's.
So I read leaks, hear people all talk about it and everything. So I pretty much know all the things. The post credit scene, all the major parts of the movie. I know about it because I can't help myself. But also, there's other people like Planet Fanatic, Deshaun. He was saying like he rather know all this stuff before going in and watching it, so he can be able to handle whatever's thrown at him. Because it's one thing hearing about it, and then one thing seeing it on screen and seeing it actually happen. So
all right. So when I went to see the movie and seeing all this stuff it blew my mind, and it was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay to watch. It's just so much. It's still processing. I'm glad that we have a couple of days to really talk about it before we have to really deal with it. But
yeah,
It was a lot. It was a lot to process.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hearing too.
Yeah, it's man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I say he's got a comment that popped up real quick. Let's show up. Brian, props to the writing of Namor and the actor. Geez, bro, this film was so emotional.
So
Yeah.
Namor was very good. He was a great actor. I knew they were going to do that part right. So that's not what I was going to worry about. I wasn't worried about that. I don't know if I can talk about it. I can't talk about one without talking about the other.
I agree. Because there's a lot of stuff. That's why I think on Monday when we do our full discussion with it, we'll do a non-spoiler discussion, which is very hard. I mean, you could talk about the visuals, the acting.
No, you can't.
The plot.
You haven't seen the movie. Once you see the movie, you understand what I'm saying. You can't. You just can't.
I know it's everything's so tied into it, but
they started off the movie with a bang. It was just boom. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. I mean, I know. I haven't seen it, but I know.
It's
yeah.
I don't even know what. I mean, the movie is a good movie. I just don't necessarily agree with the direction of what they went, but it's a good movie. It's just that's what it is.
Yeah. That's really a question I was asking, because a lot of these these recast people, recast the Child Love movement, a lot of them are like, I'm not gonna go see it in theaters, and I'm like,
why?
I don't know if I fully get behind it, but I understand why you don't want to go see it in theaters and support it financially, because you don't like the direction that they're gonna go. But does that make it a bad movie? You know what I mean?
I see, and that's why I don't necessarily agree with don't support. Like, I don't agree with the direction they went, but I do know that we need to support this type of movie because of, as I said, Black characters don't get to do a lot of stuff. Marvel decided to do something all left field.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But seeing the movie, they did a good job with doing a movie. And I understand why all the actors did what they did in the movie. But I don't want to know if we should talk that much about that.
Yeah, I get it. Derby said it does drag a bit. It is what, 240, 245?
I don't know if it drags. It's so much to do.
Yeah.
It was so much. They could have waited a lot for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, just from
even
without
the
spoilers.
The whole movie is like about everyone accepting the movie. Like, you don't accept it. Oh man,
that's funny.
It's something. Yeah. When we talk about Monday, that's going to be epic talk. And I think you're gonna need to put down an hour or 2 to 3, like, just to talk about this 3-hour movie. That's how epic this movie really is.
Yeah,
it's wow.
Yeah,
it's something.
Yeah, so it wraps up well.
It wraps. What they did, they did well. I mean, Ryan Coogler knew what he was doing. Marvel made a decision. That's fine. I guess they made a decision.
Yeah.
Do I agree necessarily with the decision? Can't say I do.
Yeah.
Can't say I do.
Yeah. And see, I knew that's what you were gonna say, because I think me and you were like kind of see eye to eye with what we want with the character, and what they were gonna do, and we both knew what they were gonna do, but. Yeah.
I knew exactly which way they're going to go, and they went exactly the way I knew they were going to go.
Yeah.
But the movie part, Namor is a G, and you're going to love him.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of Latino people are just like super hyped about it, because it's like we get like somebody for us now, kind of thing. Dude, so I know,
but for real, like. His story is so good.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
good.
That's awesome.
He's like so old.
Yeah. See, I know no one's really talking about Namor besides his part's great. He's great. He's good. Here's everything else, the other stuff. So I can't wait for Namor. But it's wrapped up well. For what it is to end Phase 4. It was a good way to wrap up Phase 4. I don't know. I think you only know how good the ending is until you know the start of the next chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, however Quantum Mania is going to be.
Yes, I don't really know if it ends Phase 4. It did a good job. The movie did a good job not addressing things that they didn't want to address.
Yeah.
That's what they did. They really didn't address things they didn't want to address.
Interesting. I don't think I've heard that from anybody. That's interesting.
Like they kept on saying, just keeping it very abstract.
Yeah.
They did. They kept a lot of that very abstract. And there are parts of it I don't agree with. There are parts of the movie that I just don't agree with. But the way they put together a movie, they did it well. The characters are in it. They're in it. Are good characters. Yeah. The story, I understand why they made this story.
Yeah.
It's like, do I like the story? It's a good story. I just don't agree with what direction they went in. But it's a good story, and I really don't like the direction they're going to go in.
Yeah. It's, you ever seen that part of Rick and Morty where they go to their battery? He goes into the battery that's his own planet, and they're talking about like slavery and stuff like that. And he goes, no, they're working for it. He goes, that just sounds slavery with extra steps. And he was like, that's what like this a lot. That's what I've been hearing about that. He's like, that's just blah blah blah, but with extra steps. It's like.
They could have look. It's funny because
you're still gonna run into the same problem that they said they want to avoid in this movie. You're gonna run into that problem later.
Yep.
So you're just passing that bill down to somebody else.
Kick the can down the road, and someone else is going to still deal with this.
But then the issue is Ryan Coogler's supposed to direct Secret Wars. What is he gonna? Is his emotions gonna be handled by then in 2 more years or 3 more years? Like, is he gonna be able to process his emotion 5 years after Chadwick is gone? Is that enough time?
I will tell you this, Tank. So the beginning of the movie was very emotional. I can't.
Yeah.
Tears. Yes. Even my kids were like, "Man, why are they doing this? I'm sad." And I was
That's sad.
It's okay. I told him, being sad is an emotion. It's an okay emotion to have.
Yeah.
But
still to see your kids upset about something that you're paying for them to be upset. I was like, damn it, Feige, record that and send that to Feige. Like, bitch. Look what you made me do.
But every single time they revisited this thing, revisited the whole thing with Black Panther, revisited Chadwick, it's emotionally evokes. It does. It's nothing you can't be human and not have that. But I remember watching E-Man's reaction when he walked out of the theater, and I totally understand why he reacted the way he reacted.
Yeah,
100. It's not a bad movie. It's not. So anyone tells you it's a bad movie is just lying to you.
Yeah,
that's not what it's supposed to do. This is not what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
they could have done it the right way, and I feel like they didn't do it the right way, but they still are going to do the same stuff, same story. We knew exactly what they're going to do, and they did exactly what we thought they were going to
do. Yeah. Like you said, they're just kicking the can down the road, which sucks because it got leaked. Well, it didn't get leaked. Ryan Coogler literally told us what the story was going to be with Chadwick, and wow, that would have been a great story. That was a great story. It was him handling the 5 years he was gone and this and that. It's like, because that, it was like you're king and then you're gone for 5 years and you come back to your kingdom and what's happened. Like, that's a cool story. And him handling all his family members, because that's not only him, it's also like the whole universe.
Yeah.
It's like you're gone, now you're back, and blah blah blah. So I thought that would have been a great story, and then you could have introduced Namor there as well.
It would be cooler seeing their dynamic between because
yes,
no matter what, something's missing, and that's what you know. You know something's. You feel it the entire movie. Something's missing always. And,
yeah,
I mean, that feeling is always there. I mean, the decisions that even. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, yeah. And,
there's things I like to critique in the movie.
Yeah,
that I don't necessarily agree with, but
yeah. Your said it's a fine finish to the phase. It's decent enough to get the job done. I still need to see it to really kind of put it all together. But phase 4 has been really weird. It's been introducing new characters. It's been somebody else. I was watching somebody else talk about. I can't remember who. It was another like smaller creator, and he was saying this whole of phase 4 theme was grief, was learning to accept grief and moving on, and just like life basically. There is death, and you need to like kind of continue living. Which that was an interesting way to look at phase 4, because a lot of the movies you look, you're like, oh, he lost a person there. This, Thor lost a person, Doctor Strange lost a person, Spider-Man, No Way Home lost a person and 5 years, so it was like all the and the shows too, like losing and then accepting. So like, it's interesting.
Loss. There's a lot of loss. A lot of loss.
Yeah. It's really a film people should support, because Chadwick is a homage to a character, and T'Challa and everything a sequel should be without the main character there.
No, see, people that can't separate Chadwick from T'Challa, and that's my problem. And I'm sad Chadwick is gone, but T'Challa the character should still be alive.
Yeah.
And it's funny. Marvel doesn't even disagree with me. Marvel doesn't disagree with me, because they're going to do the exact same things we were talking about.
Yeah,
they're just not going to go the way I wanted to go.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's a tribute. It was like, is it though? Because all the stuff I was reading and all the leaks I saw, and I was like, how? Like, yeah, the tribute is the funeral of Chadwick. That's the tribute part. But there's other parts in the movie that I don't want to ruin it. But there's other parts in the movie that, like,
no matter what, the rules are going to always be there, because you're going to have to address this. Yeah, no matter what. I mean, and I see a time jump you're going to have.
Yeah, well, Secret Wars, we'll see what happens then. Because, I mean, you really could do anything, because by then you're going to get Quantum Mania. What is that going to do to the MCU? Is that going to mess with time again? We have all the multiverses with Loki coming out. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. I heard a pretty good rumor from like a good source that Kid Loki is going to be coming back to the show and being a part of the MCU somehow, which would be kind of cool.
All of them were going. I thought that's what.
Yeah, all the Lokis are cool.
All the Lokis are going to be all around.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much information coming out right now. I mean, Ryan Reynolds saying that this is going to be his only Deadpool movie, because his contract ends in the next 2 years. He's not going to be doing Deadpool in 2 years.
Really? I thought he signed a big contract.
No, so he's like, so they said he said basically not lying, like he said, not joking around like he likes to joke around. But I don't see myself doing another thing like this, doing this for Deadpool again in the next 2 years.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's how Hugh Jackman jumped on it. He's like, oh, this is your last one? All right, cool. I'll do the last one with you. But also
but I'm talking about standalone movies. I think that this is the end of the trilogy. Because of the end of the trilogy, they're going to end the whole Deadpool thing. And now he just be an extra in some movies.
Yeah.
Like all the together.
Yeah. I can't wait for the Deadpool. All the stuff I'm hearing about it. Hugh Jackman, his Wolverine is going to be in the suit, which yes, Jesus.
There's so then are going on. That's what's confusing.
But he's supposed to be mean, like the mean, angry, grumpy, violent Wolverine that we have in the comic books. That's who Jackman's gonna be. It's like, yes, finally, man. None of this leather wearing stupid ass Wolverine. Like, I want legit Wolverine.
Look, Logan
was cool.
was unbelievable. That old man Logan is so cold.
Yeah.
But it's no one dies. So that's why Ryan Reynolds saying he's not going to do Deadpool for a while. Doesn't even affect anything because you have the multiverse, we have variants, and even if you kill someone off, then they could take a 10-year hiatus and come back. I was looking at something and they said, what's his name? It's gonna come back as the Human Torch.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is coming back.
I heard that. I heard that. It went as a variant.
As a variant, exactly.
I heard that.
I heard Chris Evans is even to a point where he was tired of Captain America. Now he's not tired of Captain America anymore. He can come back too. Like
no, he's not. He's tired of not getting that Marvel paycheck. That's what he goes. Oh yeah, I miss Captain America. I bet you do because Captain America came with that freaking dollars. I bet you miss Captain America because what else you doing?
You only gave me 1.5 billion. I'm missing some zeros here. Oh, this is not Marvel. What?
Yeah, yeah. It's Knives Out. Sorry.
Oh boy, this is going to be a heck of a talk.
We'll finish up. Yeah, even if you don't know anything about the current state of the MCU, go see it, find closure with Chadwick and the character T'Challa. I don't mind the closure of Chadwick. No closure of T'Challa. I don't like the closure of T'Challa. That's what I disagree with because T'Challa wasn't dead until you killed him. T'Challa was alive. But like you said, people, then that's the question I always ask everybody is, were you crying because Chadwick died or T'Challa died? And if you don't know the difference, or if you can't tell me which one you're sad about, then there's an issue. And if you're saying, "Oh, it's both," no, it's not. And one is a character, exactly. And then one is a person.
I see those comments, and they're like, "Oh, no, Black Panther's dead." Like, no, Chadwick died. Tragically, he died.
Yeah,
the character still could be alive and kicking, and we all know about variants, so there's no reason to have to kill. There's so many things we could have done, but
what would really piss me off is if What If continues the Star-Lord T'Challa. I was like, oh, that one's cool to redo, even though Chadwick voiced it and wanted to voice that one. So I'm like, that's cool to do, but we'll see. I know what they find a way to bring him back. Excuse me, just not at the current state of the MCU.
No, I mean, we know exactly how they're going to bring him back. That's the mid-credit. We know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So, and it was a leak. What, months ago? That had to be like freaking beginning of the year. Yeah, I think there's a leak that came out.
We talked about that.
Yeah, and the leak has been pretty accurate. Pretty damn accurate. So
I mean, everyone you thought was going to be in it is in it.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't remember Killmonger being in it. Oh, Killmonger's there. Yes. Spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah.
He's there.
Spoilers. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you can't have a Coogler movie without Michael B. Jordan. So exactly. It just doesn't happen.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
It's like
attached to the hip. Yeah, Johnny Depp and Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, yeah. It's the rule. It's what it is. Let's get off of this thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk because I feel like you start talking, you open up a can of words, and all this is going to go out.
Yeah, that's why Monday we'll start a little bit early, and hopefully we'll have a few guests in here. I did talk to House of Nerd. They're seeing it on Tuesday, so you won't be able to do the show with us on Monday. So I'm gonna see who else I can reach out to.
Yeah, but I want to hear other people's opinions because this definitely brings a lot of emotion, and it's going to be a lot of different opinions. And at the end of the day, we're all going to have to just deal with what we got.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't know. It's hard to talk about with, like you said, without getting into spoilers, and it's also hard to talk about it because Chadwick.
I think that's what as you talk about your own emotions, your own feelings will come out, and that's why I'm not trying to say much more than what I'm saying. Yeah.
We'll save it for Monday, man. We'll keep going because I know Brandon also saw it. He decided to take the night off, deal with some stuff. So hopefully he'll come back on Monday and chit chat about it and stuff like that. But yeah. On some other notes. Look what I got. Yeah, buddy. This thing is freaking awesome, man. I love this stupid thing. So this is the Thor's hammer from God of War, the game.
That is so cool.
It is, dude, it's pretty detailed. I like it. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It's only plastic, but it's pretty sick, man.
You need to put it right in the middle of the shelf.
Yeah.
We do the picture.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick. Came with this big ass. Huh?
Have you played the game yet?
I have not. So I got pissed off because this was supposed to show up yesterday, and I put some time aside so I can play. FedEx screwed me, and they got late with it, so it didn't come in till today, and I couldn't play it today. So hopefully tomorrow. But I saw this. I was like this giddy. Like I was pulling it out of the box. My girlfriend's watching me. I'm like, this is cool, man. This is really cool.
The sun came through the curtains and shined on you as you picked it up. You were
like lift it up. Yeah. So I am going to be playing this on my Twitch channel, the God of War game. And then I'm going to put the VODs on my YouTube channel. So, but this was awesome. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. But yeah, and then best episode of Andor yet. Lewis Berry.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get right into some Andor.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get into that. Then we'll get into some trailers. All right, so let's start talking about episode 10 of Andor. So last week I wasn't able to talk to you guys about episode 9, which is cool. You know, I think you guys said it all. But episode 10, that's the episode. It's the jailbreak. It broke the.
What I thought episode 9 was going to be.
Yeah, same. You
know, Andor was very interesting in this episode. Like,
yes,
like his leadership was to let other people learn how to lead themselves. Like he was pushing people, to lead. Like it was really interesting how he did that.
Yeah,
like he's trying to bring out the best in all these different characters, and that was throughout the whole episode. It was so cool to see.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, like, I understand how he becomes a leader now.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now he unintentionally started the rebellion. You know what I mean? Like so far, every single step he's done has been unintentional, but it's probably starting the rebellion more than a lot of these other people who've been planning for a while. He's doing
the stuff that he's doing is becoming folk tales to other parts of the galaxy. You know, so like other parts of the galaxy, like, did you hear about this? And this is all stuff that Andor is just kind of walking into. And you know, Cassie is like, we should just think about himself. Like, we need to do this thing. We need to get out of here. This is not fair. And he's not realizing what he's really doing, what he's putting forth. And I mean, it's become epic for everyone. So you're gonna go across the galaxy, and they're gonna talk about, "Did you hear what they just did?" And he's gonna be sitting like, "What are you talking about?" You know, if he knows it's him. He did it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. You know, like a lot of people, I think even you said like it doesn't feel like Star Wars, but I was like, yeah, there's no lightsabers, there's no force, but you know, for me, the original 3 trilogies was about the rebellion, you know what I mean? And they sprinkled in Luke and Vader, you know, as the main characters, but the whole thing was about the rebellion, you know what I mean? So I like how this was
really about the rebellion, or was it really the prequels that are more about the rebellion and the developing of the rebellion? I don't think the original trilogy was really about the rebellion as much as it was about those main characters. They focused on those main characters. And then when you went back to the prequels, then it really got about a lot more about the rebellion. About
I don't know. I mean, because I think the prequels set up why the rebellion became a thing, because there was no need for a rebellion in the prequels because everyone was in peace. It was democracy. But then by the end, obviously that went to shit. You know, even Padme was like, "Oh, this is how democracy dies," you know, with a loud cheer, you know. But I think it was because the whole thing starts off with, you know, Vader trying to crush the start
Right
like
out the rebellion. Yeah.
the rebellion, and Leia asking for help for the rebellion. So yeah, I think it was. I mean, and it was like again accidental. But in Star Wars, there's no accidents. Everything's the Force. The Force made it happen, like the shit. But yeah, you have your main characters in the original. They were part of the rebellion, and how their parts played in the rebellion. That's how I
guess
always
the rebellion was the backdrop for it, but really,
yeah.
But the Force is really the driving force.
Yeah, I think by the third one, it was less about the rebellion, and it was literally in the background while the Force was happening. But it started off like the first episode, Star Wars, A New Hope, whatever. That was all about the rebellion joining the rebellion fight, blowing up the Death Star and all that stuff. The second one started getting
I guess that
mixed,
was
and then the third one.
Really, I mean, I think Obi-Wan, the character Obi-Wan, brought so much of the Force in it. When you think about Obi-Wan,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then teaching Luke, and then as you said, every movie past that is all about the Force, about Luke learning how to control the Force and the balance of the Force, and what does that really mean with each side, the good and evil,
Yeah, and I think that might be this part of the issue with the sequels was they didn't know how to balance the rebellion and the Force like the original ones did. The original ones, there was the two storylines going on. Dad and son with the Force and their issues. Meanwhile, the rest of the universe is fighting for its freedom, and this guy, has daddy issues. So, and then the sequels, they never struck that balance between the family issues and the rebellion. It was just too much on one side or too much on the other side, and it never shifted.
I think
there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of
problems.
problems.
The biggest one is just you can't carry the movie without Darth Vader, because Darth Vader is probably the greatest character out of any movie ever created. Like Darth Vader is that guy.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I mean, you could have had at least Luke, because I feel like Luke by the end replaced Vader as a badass. And again, the same how Andor had all these stories being told about him and this and that. Luke became this larger than life person and became like almost like a god. Like too
much of a whiny bitch.
But that's what the sequels made it happen. In the books, he's a badass. But the sequels made him like an old hermit. But going back to this is we're getting more and more in depth of the Empire doing really messed up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one we found out, and like, so I want to ask. Eventually, I want to get to, is Vader going to be here in the show somehow? But at what point? At what point? I mean, it's like, how bad does the rebellion need to find out shit is getting before the big boss man comes in and starts laying down the law? The blue milk. That's
why it's such a
got too much.
Too much blue milk.
It's got too much estrogen in it.
Yeah, he needs a blue chew. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
He needs the blue chew. He'll get better. This is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
What do you think about those speeches?
Which ones? There's a few in this one.
Those monologues, but I mean, this is where was Serkis was one of them.
Luthen does a good one. Yeah. Mon Mothma does a good one in the Senate. It
was very Rogue One-ish.
It's very real life-ish, which I don't like. I don't like that, but
is that what this is? So I feel like this is not Star Wars. This is too much based on like things that really are happening out in the world.
Yeah.
It's not Star Wars. It's very much a reflection of what we see every day.
Yeah. Wow. And in multiple countries. It's not just America. I mean, it's especially in like somewhere like Britain where like somebody's talking and you hear somebody in the background, shut up. It's like you're like blah, 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 blah. Like you hear that like South Park has a joke about it, you know what I mean? So like it's it's just it's a lot of real, and it's scary, you know, but it's still part of the story, you know, because that's what the story has been since the start, roughly, you know.
What is your favorite like arc? Like, so we had
we got like three main ones,
three main arcs, you know,
more or less.
We had this prison arc. You know, we had the great the
heist,
the heist thing,
yeah,
and then you know the first 3 episodes, you know, when you're trying to get Andor, that's become part of it. We really had those 3.
I thought the heist was the best so far. This one though was, I think because it went on to 4 episodes instead of just 3. But man, the end of this episode, that last 15 minutes, 20 minutes, really man, good. Was holy shit. You know, like.
But you had to get to it from episode 9. Episode 9 pisses me off every time I think about it. Like, why did you even have this? You could have did this in 15 minutes. You could have like 8 and 9 should have been like 1 episode.
Yes, yeah, agreed, 100%. Yeah, I don't know, because all the good stuff happened in this one, you know. But that's how they've been doing it. Is, you know, 1 or 2 episodes, in this case 3 episodes of build up, and then the good shit. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of
that sucks, because people are going, you can lose people. But it felt like episode 9 was like the guy with the little rope. Almost got it. Almost. Like, and as soon as you grab, looking for it, it's going again. And this one hit you right in the head. There was so many things going on, and they're hitting you left and right. And I really liked it.
Yeah. Cold Lords brings up Andy Serkis was really good. He was really good. In almost everything he's in, he crushes it. You know. He's so good. You know, he was also oh my god. The new bad guy that wasn't the real bad guy in the sequels. Snoke. Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, he was Andy Serkis was Snoke. So it's cool seeing at least he gets a good story in Star Wars eventually. Eventually.
It's like he's been redeemed.
Yeah.
And then but episode 11, and he was also being controlled by someone else on the outside. Just a puppet.
I mean, but the whole part though with him is like he knew what was going to happen at the end, and he still went through it because he knew it was the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah. You know, and also it's like when they find out there's no way out. That's it. Like they're stuck there forever. Like it's he completely flipped because he was part of the system, or he felt like he was part of the system. You know, he was the manager. You know what I mean? Like you can get into that whole like thing. He was the manager. You know, You know, like oh hey, if you tell all the little peons to do their job really hard, you know, we'll give you an extra treat. You know, and the extra treat is like, we're not going to kick you as hard.
That was the layers. That was even in the prison. Think about it. You had other prisoners.
Yeah, literally layers.
Everyone in line. There was layers and layers and layers of that same thing. We're going to treat you a little bit better than that person, and because of that, you're going to do exactly what we say. That's just the layers of that. Even within the team, you know, within that 6 people, there's one person that was that. You know, I'm gonna treat you better just a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit more respect, and you'll keep all of them alive. Yeah.
So it's also like, I'm gonna make you be the bad guy, so they're gonna hate you, but we're gonna give you the rewards. It's management. It's what managers like that. That's like he was literally a manager at a store. He felt if you pay your debt well, you get out honorably. Yeah. You know, with the BS that they tell you.
Yeah, but it's no honorable. It's not an honorable system. So really, they're just using you, and that's just what happened.
Yeah, and, you know. Wow. But the part where once the old man, first of all, the medic, like he's like, oh, I don't do anything. I just kill him really quick. I was like, holy shit. He's like, I can't help him. I can just put him out of his misery quicker. I was like,
make it less painful.
my God, I'm like, that's just his job? As you know, I don't know. I assumed he has some medical training because he knew it was a stroke. I'm not sure how. He didn't do any testing to see if it was a stroke, but whatever.
You saw it so many times. It's like, oh yeah, this is the keys that usually someone strokes out.
I guess. That's how they work usually. You know,
they told me to give this blue one to them.
Yeah, they're all blue. Everything. But yeah, that was his job. Is like, yeah, I can kill him. I can kill him now, or he can die later. And I was like, damn, you know, it was like that's a shitty job. But after that scene,
you realize that no one ever is getting out. There is no getting out, and that's what makes everyone turn and say, okay, well,
that's what makes Andy Serkis's character turn, because he was really the leader of it. You know, he kind of was the. I don't know if he was the leader because he was that manager that turned on the company, you know, on the Empire now, where they're like, oh, hey, you were part of them and now you're going against them. Like, okay, we, you know, like that, you kind of pull people in that way, you know, and Andor knew that. That's why he's like, it's got to be you. It's got to be you. You know, it can't be me. I'm a nobody. You're a somebody and you need to say it, you know, so that's why Andor is smart. So
Andor was literally pushing pieces into play. So, all right, now you do this, the pawn go here, and the rook is here, and I'm gonna push you to be a leader here, and I'm gonna give you some encouragement to step up here, and everything just started to happen.
Yeah. But that whole scene, well, I was gonna say the part where they're after the old man dies and they're waiting for the doors to open so they can go into their bedroom area. And they were saying this and that. He goes, oh, they're afraid. He goes, they're not afraid. They just killed. He goes, that Andor was like, oh, they just killed 100 people because a secret got out. You know, and he goes, what do you think that means? He goes, oh, that's power. He goes, that's not power. You know, people in power don't get anxious and make rash decisions. I was like, shit, that is 100% true.
But that's such a viewpoint from far away. How can you see something that far away when you are in the middle of it? That was so unbelievable.
Yeah.
But you're starting to see the character of Andor and understand why he was who he was in Rogue One.
Yeah. I think we're still missing a big part of his story. I mean, we forgot about the whole sister thing. That's how it all started. So I feel like that's going to hit, and that's going to hit real, real hard. I don't know if it's going to be a bad thing or a good thing, but it's going to be something.
It's going to be a bad thing that pushes him into the unbelievable leadership role.
Yeah.
But we have a whole nother season. So we have 2 episodes in another season. So do you do that now? Do you pay that off now?
I think it's gonna, because it started off that way, and I think the end of the season is gonna remind you, and then it's gonna kind of go into that. It's gonna be the same kind of cycle. I think, you know, like season 2 is gonna start off with the sister, and then a bunch of shit's gonna happen, and at the end he's gonna sister issue.
So there's 2 more episodes, right?
Yeah, for the season.
Where do you think they're gonna go with these 2 episodes?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, they're not gonna give you 2 episodes of filler, right? Are they gonna like kind of talk you to death for 2 episodes, or are we gonna get some big on episode 12?
I think so, because I think because they're on the run, so at least the next episode is gonna be kind of an important thing. But I think they're gonna be on the run the next episode, and Andor is gonna be more in episode 12. I think this next episode is gonna be a lot of Luthen and a lot of Mon Mothma, you know, because they weren't a lot. In here, they had both of them had great speeches, especially, oh my God, Luthen's speech was hard. That was hard, you know, like because, you know, always looking from the outside in is like, oh, what are you giving up? You're by yourself, you're single, you have no family. And he's like, that's what I gave up. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, you know, like that's rough, you know. He's like, yeah, that's what I gave up, motherfucker. Because the other guy's like, I have a kid. He goes, yeah, I can't have a kid. I can't have a wife. I can't have anybody. So shut up. Do you? I mean, he was kind of a dick about it.
Well, this is the first time you felt like Luthen was like not the bad guy. Because I feel like every time Luthen's doing something, he's the bad guy. Honestly,
he's doing bad shit. See, that's the issue. I think a lot of the show's having is the good guys are doing a lot of bad stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's the big issue I'm having, because at one point, Mon Mothma, I think, is the only one where she is like, no, we have to do this ethically, you know, or morally, at least.
Easy to say that from your ivory tower.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. Because I think at one point, especially with I think whenever because I think Leia will show up. Not this season, probably at the end of next season. She has to. She has to.
I believe episode 11 is going to be a lot of, as you said, running and them trying to find a place to hide. And they're going to find a place to hide. And I believe even episode 12 is going to be very slow, a lot of talking, a lot of just putting pieces in place. And right at the last second, the episode 12, we're going to see Vader. And he's going to be doing some Vader shit. And that's going to be the first time we see the Force and see him just being a badass. And that will lead you into season 2.
Interesting. I can go for that. I wouldn't mind.
We're not going to get another event like we got. Like we're not going to get another, trilogy.
Another
it's going to be a build up. 11 is going to be them hiding, finding a place to hide, and run and hide. And 12 is going to be us trying to figure out what the next step is. And then the end of 12 is going to be Vader putting it down. Like, this is what it is, man. And then you go realize what the fear is. And he reignites the fear in all the people and kind of simmers. The rebellion kind of simmers a little bit now because they're kind of just right there. Like, all right, I'm Vader.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I mean, you have to do a deterrent basically at that point. It's like you got to let the rebellion know, like, okay, you're gonna do this. I'm gonna kill every single one of you.
He's not afraid to make an example of someone. He'll kill an entire planet. He don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know where you are. You're somewhere on this planet. The whole planet dies.
Yeah. So you think Vader's gonna show up? I think Leia's gonna show up in next season. I don't think she's gonna show up in this season.
Yeah.
Because right now they're 5 BBY, so that will put Leia around
13.
Because I think she's like 18 or 19 in A New Hope.
Yeah.
So -5. So right around 13, 14.
Yeah,
so
I think.
Yeah. So you have to skip a couple more years. She'll probably be 15. Have her start, because at one point she needs to start. Like, when does she start being Leia? Because she's already doing rebellion shit at 19 in A New Hope. So it's got to happen in this.
Saw her at 10, so we know, she's where she was at 10. Just extrapolate that. By the time she's 16, she's probably leading some shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we haven't even got Organa yet in this, and we know he plays a pretty big part of it. So I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that they're going to get into, but that's going to be next season. But so far, if they keep this up for the next 2 episodes, I can see so many people hyping it up where next season is going to be even better. But
I hope that they keep people involved, because a lot of people fell off because of the slow burn. And then now people are falling off because it's pissing them off because nothing's happening. And I'm hoping that 11 and 12 are at least interesting enough, not all just talking, but just at least interesting enough. Hiding, figuring out, you see more of the world, understand more of what the whole universe is.
Yeah. And what they're going through.
Exactly. Yeah. And hopefully that leads to season 2. And season 2, now they know you can't have too many, filler episodes in between these great ones. So if you go down to one filler or something, the curve a little bit quicker, a better frequency of episodes, then I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind in season 2 if they do some time skips like House of Dragon. I mean, obviously it's not going to be 10 years at a time because they're only working within a 5-year time frame.
Yeah, you can 1 year later.
You could skip. Yeah, you could skip a little bit. I wouldn't mind. But yeah, I mean, I guess one thing they didn't tell you how long he was in that jail for, right?
Yeah, we're probably going to find out.
Probably. I feel like they did. Yeah. I'm sure he's going to want to go back and get his money, and that's not going to happen. So.
I mean, he's probably in there 7 months, 6-7 months. So they forgot that they were trying to find him to kill him.
Yeah, that's right. They figure he's already dead. Well, what's his name? What's his name? Cyril. I think Cyril. That man's got some issues. His mom is straight up B word. Like, holy, 1 minute she's like, "You suck." He's like, "I got the job." "Oh, you're the greatest." I was like, "What? What?" I knew you would do it. It's like I was like, Jesus, And then he has a thing for what's her name, the Empire chick. He has. I think she's starting to realize it.
She feels creeped out. She looks like she's creeped out. She's like, dude, what the
hell? Yeah. She goes, "You like me? Nah. No one likes me."
I can't wait to see where we're going with this, and I wonder what other people think about it. So this will be interesting.
Yeah. So I'm hearing a lot of people are saying it's the best episode yet. Do you agree?
I still like the heist episode more, but this is the second best one.
Yeah. I would say that this is my second favorite episode.
I'll go 6 to 10. 6 was my favorite, then 10, and then probably 1 or 2. Probably 1. I don't like 2 at all. Probably 3, then 1.
Yeah. But with that being said, we'll let you guys let us know what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you give up on it? Are you back on it? Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you think is going to happen. And we got 2 more episodes left, and I'm pretty excited.
We'll see how much Cassian's words, push someone else in a different position.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I'm having fun with it. But with that being said, let's move on to our next topic.
All right.
Cool. So I got a few trailers here.
All right, question. So when are we going to be doing any more interview with the vampire?
So Sunday's the last episode.
Yeah.
So I figured next week, Thursday.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah. There's only, because we left off on, or you guys left off on 4. I think that's a perfect way to. It just happened that way. It was the introduction of Claudia, and then
that's why I wanted to stop. Because now Claudia is, first of all, she's my favorite character. But I don't know.
She's awesome.
Dude, she was like, "Hey, I'm about to kill this motherfucker." I was like, "What?"
I do love her.
That's so awesome.
They are killing it with these characters. Like Lestat. How is this dude better than Tom Cruise? The girl playing Claudia is better than Kristen Dunst. Like Louis, I would say is at least the same level as Brad Pitt. But I feel like it could be better.
He's not as much of as a little, he got a little more backbone. Even though he gets butt whooped all the time, he's just, at least he has a little bit more backbone.
I like this Louis. But I mean, I also like the changes that they had, with it changing the time frame and changing Louis to being a black guy. I thought was really a good. It makes more sense.
New Orleans, like more sense.
And being in the place and stuff like that just made more sense. And then it also adds another aspect to it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the whole thing with Claudia and having to hide in the back of the train, and I know we're not supposed to be talking about this, but that was just so unbelievable. And then seeing Lestat just come out of nowhere with the dude's head, like it was just so vicious. And then him flying. I can't wait.
Yeah, so that's why I figured. I'm like, you know what? Why talk about today? And then we started late, so I'm like, you know what? We'll talk about it next Thursday, and we'll talk about the whole ending of it. So I figured that'd be at least a good way to go, because after that, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I don't know any other show.
Avatar. I watch 4 other shows right now, so we always talk about what's the one with Steve Carell, The Patient.
The Patient. I saw a trailer. I finally want to see it. I do want to see that.
I'm getting to the end right now. I'm at last episode.
Oh, okay. So I do want to get into that. But yeah, we'll get into some trailers. So I got my new fancy mic.
I noticed. I was like, man,
awesome. It's awesome. So let me see if I can show you real quick. So the best part on this thing is the freaking soundboard on it. the mixer board on it is so much nicer. So here, I'll show you what I was working with, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what I was dealing with before. Yeah. This was my soundboard mixer, voice meter. I think a lot of streamers know about it and stuff like that. It's a lot.
It's complicated.
A lot. It's a lot. Yeah. So there's that, right? And this is the Wavelink one.
It looks very similar to Go XLR.
Yeah. Very similar. But it's all digital. It's super nice, So I have the mic, I have my Discord, I have Spotify, the voice mod. So when I play a thing,
championship,
you should be able to hear it. I can hear it. It's super easy. I have the only issue I was having, I'm like, oh shit, how can I play a trailer and still listen to you guys? Mm-hmm. So I have you guys on Chrome, but then I have to play trailers on Edge. Just because I need to be able to split the audio somehow, which is no big deal. And then I got my PS5, so I can control everything on what I hear and what you hear.
It's so much like mine.
Yeah. It's they've taken a lot from each other. Yeah.
Because I don't have chat, music, games, the console, and then line-in system stuff.
Yeah. So just having it all here, and then having it I can link it, so I can have them keep that ratio from each other. It's just for streaming.
If you want us to sponsor your microphone,
please. Please. I mean, I got Elgato mic. My green screen is an Elgato green screen. I got an Elgato capture card. Elgato knows how to make streaming stuff. They do it really well. Yeah. This looks awesome. This looks awesome.
Looking for Elgato right now.
I would love for them to advertise, but they usually mess with bigger channels, bigger tech channels, big streamers and stuff like that. But I would love Elgato. They have these things. They have those sound dampening brick things.
Yes.
They have their own versions that look really nice. You make some cool designs. They have they have the Stream Deck. That's one of their biggest things. With the buttons. They have lights, like the Elgato lights that you can control from the Stream Deck, and they're nice and thin, and they're squared, and they're you can put them on the wall. You can come with stands. The lights are great. Everyone loves the lights because they're so thin, so you can just pop them wherever, and then control them by your Stream Deck. Elgato.
I want to do this. Ooh. Well, you got the Wave 3?
I have the Wave 3. They have a Wave XLR, so kind of. Well, I mean, you have the Go Mini, right?
You have the Go XLR Mini.
The XLR Mini. So, but yeah, they have. It's basically all this except for you plug your XLR mic into a little box, and then you get all that stuff that I just showed you. So a little bit of techie stuff. Because we gotta fix your mic. I don't know what happened, man. Because you sounded really flat.
Hey, do I still sound flat?
Yeah.
That's right.
I hear like a weird buzzing noise every so often.
That's probably my phone being but next to it.
I don't know. But yeah, we gotta see. I even when you did the little beep, I didn't hear the beep. The little curse word beep.
You didn't? Nothing?
Negative.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So something's up.
This trailer so I can figure out the rest of this microphone.
All right. So we got 3 trailers. We got John Wick, The Witcher, and The Whale. So.
You haven't seen The Whale?
I have not. It just came out, I think, didn't it?
No.
When did it come out? 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago.
I'm pretty sure I watched this. Oh yeah, it was 2 days ago.
I don't think they had another trailer. I I think this
let's
is
do
the
that
official
trailer.
HD trailer.
Yeah, this.
Yeah.
I still
All right,
have
let
it
me.
on my phone.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I because I wanted to react legit.
All right. Well, pull them up and let's see what we got.
All right. Here before we actually go, let me make sure you can hear this.
Yep.
Too loud?
Saying goodbyes.
No.
'Cause I could bring down the volume.
No.
You
Louder.
think your wife can hear you?
Huh? That's good.
Yeah, that's good now.
And why bother?
Okay.
Oh, I'm not ready
All
now.
Huh?
I'm not ready. This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But did you see All Quiet on the Western Front yet? I don't think I've even heard of that.
I heard it, but a long time ago, right?
I'm not sure. I do want to see Triangle of Sadness. We did that trailer with Martin a while ago, and we've been getting some comments on it. And people are like, "You need to watch this." So I was like, "God damn, okay." So I want to see that. Also, as Woody Harrelson, so who's usually good in a lot of stuff he's in.
As long as he's not high, we good. Oh wow, this is great. I'm seeing Triangle of Sadness. I'm seeing great things.
Yeah. Oh, Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see that. There's stuff I want us to watch and talk about, like Wild and the Jordan Peele Netflix animated movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Wendy Wild and Wilder, or Widow and Wild, I think, something like that. I heard it's pretty good. So, yeah, I guess there is stuff for us to watch.
Window and Wild, yeah.
Window and Wild, yeah. So, but I'm gonna add that, like, all Quiet on the Western Front. I've heard it. I don't think I know what it is, so I gotta double check that. But all right, let's do these trailers and then call it night.
Sounds good to me.
I know you gotta be tired.
It's a long day, 8-year-old birthday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had this right next to me. It's fucking cool, man. I gotta install the damn game. All right, let's get this going. Also, real quick, that thing I put under you over there.
Yeah.
So it's a QR code if anybody wants to send us a tip.
What? All for
So
it.
I didn't want to add the link because the link is kind of long. It's streamelements.com/spoilerking/tips. So I was like, how do I make it shorter? QR code, nice and simple.
That's cool. And we can explain it. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I like that.
So yeah, that's what it is. Figure I'll try it, see what happens. And then we get our little logo in the middle, which is cool. But all right, let's get this going. All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer. I'm with Brian the Grizzly, and we are gonna watch the movie. We are both. I know you're super hyped for it. John Wick 4.
I literally will fast forward time just to get to this point.
Yes. Oh man,
I'll
chapter
skip
4.
Avatar. I'll skip everything else. Give me John Wick 4.
Yeah. So I already shared this on our Facebook group. So if you want to chit chat over there with us and other people like us, check out our Facebook group. It's facebook.com/spoilerkings. Go on there. We usually share different jokes, memes, trailers, news, rumors, all that stuff. So I already shared it with the group and watched it a couple times. And yeah, it's awesome. So that's March. Oh, I'm seeing this in Dolby Digital. Yeah. That was that. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, man. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Here's my only question. How does John Wick not kill Winston immediately?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he has to like find out, right? That he's like, yeah, you know what, I saved your life, because we all know he saved his life, but John doesn't know that yet. At least at the end of 3. Yeah.
I mean, he did throw him off a building.
Yeah, but I think he knew. He's like, yeah, he'll survive ish. Yeah. The one thing that got me was like, he goes, I don't sit at the table. He goes, but you have family that does. So I was like, so does he have family, blood family, or he's going to get married into it?
Or the Russians.
You think the Russians?
Yeah, remember
because the next scene is like, oh, you have family that sits at the table, and the next scene is what's his name giving him a suit. He's like, oh, a suit to marry or die. So I was like, so is he going to marry into the table? I don't know.
No, I think that it means that all the Russians that helped him get out from John Wick 3, they'll kill all of them. When he's Chigani, they'll kill all of them.
Yeah.
And end them all together. So maybe that's his family, his original family. He's thinking like, all right, I'm not going to let them down since they did help me get out.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. Because if they make him remarry, I don't like that. Because the whole point is like what was his wife? Yeah.
Exactly.
The whole thing is it started with the dog, but the dog was important because it was linked to his wife. So
it was the last gift that she gave, so he could grieve. He wouldn't grieve alone. He could grieve with something else, someone else.
Yeah.
So there's no way.
All this started because of a dog
and a stupid kid.
Damn you, Theon Greyjoy.
Why didn't you just kill
him? Yeah. So
don't kill a dog, guys, because this is what happens to you.
Yeah. John Wick is gonna come after you.
Can you imagine anyone better than Tony Jaa in this movie?
I think this is becoming the thing that the Expendables was trying to do. Like the Expendables were like, oh, we're the last great big action stars and blah, blah, blah. And then meanwhile, Keanu Reeves is like, here, hold my popcorn bucket. It's like, he's just so.
He literally said that because he was actually in the theater.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Yeah. So, I mean, I think big action stars are starting to want to be part of this franchise now, somehow. Because we got the spinoff that's coming out. The ballerina that I'm pretty excited about that too. Yeah.
Is this the end of John Wick?
No. Nah, we're getting at least 6 movies.
You think so? You think
we're getting at least 6 movies? We're getting at least 6 movies. There's no way. There's no way.
As he doesn't go to space, it doesn't do no Fast 10. Driving to space, like
See, and that's why, like in this one, like it went from them in the city, or it looked like Central Park or something along those lines, something like that, and then it cut to like the desert, and then it cuts to like Paris. It's like that is cool enough. You don't need to go to space. It's like you just do cool shit. With what's around you.
How do you get 2 more movies though? If the table honors their what they say, how do they get 2 more movies?
There's always something. There's always something. At the end of one,
like when he falls down into the seat and then he realized the table won't mess with him because he now runs the table. He is now the head of the table.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine that with like John Wick? He's like, he wanted out and now he's more and more in it.
Yeah, he's so deep in that he now runs it. It all goes through him.
Yeah. I think ultimately I like Winston, and I think Winston means well.
No, I don't.
But I think at the end, he doesn't hate John, but I think he doesn't love him like a son that we believed it was. I think he's using John. I think he's using John
everywhere. He's always using John. He knows who he is. He's been around the block so long. He's seen what talent John Wick is, and he's just trying to use it to get over his own thing so Winston could be head of the table.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. Because we can easily go down that route of like Winston really was behind getting John back in. You know, like there's different things that they could do. But
we could like have a cutaway scene where Winston's like talking. I wish the table doesn't understand. I'm in the trenches, and then the only way I could do this is to kill them all. Kill them
Yeah.
all. How can I do that? And he sees like John walking by with his wife. He's like,
with his dog.
and that's what started everything. And he, took advantage of the situation and started it all in motion.
Yeah, was it what they call him, Baba Yaga? Yeah, bring Baba Yaga back.
And Sharon was the one who gave his wife cancer or something. They're just the worst.
Jeez, that's a little much. But I think they can squeeze out 6 movies. I think they can squeeze out 6 movies. Yeah, but yeah, I think I said it on our Facebook page. This franchise has yet to have a bad movie, which is very interesting because we're going to be the 4th movie in, and I don't think this one's going to be bad either. But when do people start getting tired of it? If ever.
How many Bournes were there? And there's only one Bourne, and that was the one without Matt Damon.
Without Matt Damon. Yeah.
I think you get. I think 4 or 5. 5 might be the limit. That's why you said 6. I don't know if you can get 6 out of the same story.
I mean, that's pushing it, but I think you could. You could. I mean, for sure, I think there's going to be another one for sure. If we get 6, I'll be cool. I'll be cool with it. But it needs to make sense. It needs to be smart. Because right now
4 might be the best, and then you do the spinoff. You got the ballerina, and you use a spinoff, just like you had.
There's 2 spinoffs because there's the ballerina, and then there's the one about the Continental. I think it's called.
You're right.
So we're getting two spinoffs. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I like it. It's a cool universe.
We'll see.
So
all I know is I can't believe this all came from John Wick 1 when no one knew what was going on, and then one person saw it like, "Hey, did you see that?" And they just kind of like playing telephone. And they're like, "What the hell?" Now everyone in the world watches John Wick at least once a week.
yeah. Word of mouth, man. Word of mouth. Just people saying how great a movie is. I mean, that's what it's about. It's like they made a great movie. It really wasn't marketed like at all. Besides Keanu Reeves being in it.
No, I remember seeing it and wondering what the hell is this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it until 2. I saw 2 first, and then I went back to number 1 because I'm like, what did I miss? And I'm like, oh my god, like. So
I saw because I remember it coming out, and they not telling us anything what John Wick was. We had no clue.
Yeah.
And then I finally went and saw it, and I was like, this might be the greatest thing I've seen in like years.
Action wise, yeah. Like,
literally the best thing since like the first Matrix. It really is.
Yeah. I'm super excited. I know you're super excited. It looks really, really good. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Donnie Yen, Bill Skarsgård, Lawrence Fishburne, Lance Riddick, Scott Adkins, Ian McShane. This is a great cast, man. So and obviously Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's the best of the best. I mean, these are the guys that you believe are just so badass that this is going to be epic movie.
Yeah. But we'll leave it off there. We'll ask you guys, the audience, what do you guys think about it? You like it? Did you ever watch it? Is this your first time watching it? Or are you a diehard? You're so ready. You're like us. You just want to get to March already. Like, let's go.
I would love to see someone that hasn't seen it yet. I don't know anyone who hasn't seen it yet.
Not anymore. I would say 3 made it mainstream. Like John Wick 3, if you didn't see it, then you're missing out. Because
you literally have to be living under a rock.
Yeah. So, but yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about John Wick 4. Are you over it? Or how many movies do you think? I'm saying 6. You're saying 5.
I think 4.
We'll see what happens.
I think 4 might end this one. I think
maybe
you might be done after this.
Keanu Reeves is like, I'm done running. So You never
'Cause
know.
He's gonna have the table. He's gonna own the table, and everything's gonna go through him, and he's just gonna walk away.
He's just gonna be surrounded by dogs. All right, but cool. Let's move on to another topic. All right, playing this. All right. So we got another trailer. This one came out today, as of recording the video right now. Kind of right around an interesting time. So we just found out Henry Cavill's done as The Witcher. We've been hearing about this prequel for a while. At least I have. Yeah, I heard like Jason Momoa was supposed to be in it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's still true anymore. But Michelle Yeoh, I think, is going to be the main character.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah, she's awesome. I love her. You know, I mean, if you haven't seen Everything Everywhere, you are missing out. That is one of my favorite movies of the year.
I'm gonna buy you some hot dog fingers.
I was afraid no one was like that for Halloween, man. I completely forgot about that. I should have handed out trick or treat candy, just hot dog fingers. Oh, aren't you cute? Just
People be crying. Kids like, his fingers are so long. That's fun.
Oh, the parents. What are you doing with your wiener?
Oh, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. All right. So this one's called The Witcher Blood Origin. So official. This is only the teaser trailer. Well, let's watch it.
Stay with me, oh lover, my heart's filled with worry.
So I think she's an elf, from what I understand.
Stay with me, oh lover, the borders are burning. Stay with me, oh lover, my heart is still burning.
They all look like elves, right?
Beginnings. The rumble of wolves sweeps down the valley.
December. That was only a teaser, and it's coming out in like a month and a half.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow.
You said only a 4-part. Is that what it said? Right?
Yeah.
4-part prequel series.
What
are your thoughts?
Season 3 is going to be coming out early. Does that mean
or maybe later?
March?
Is this just a filler?
Like this is kind of getting you like just ready, and then next thing, Witcher 3 comes out in March or February. That early?
Oh, that's the game. I typed in Witcher 3. It was like, oh, the game came out in 2015. I'm like, I know it did. It was an awesome game. Summer 2023. That's what they're saying.
I think you got so much negative press for Henry Cavill saying this is it. I think this is coming out, and then maybe you push it a little early and ride the wave.
Oh, hopefully, because if leading into season 4, when Henry Cavill's gone, anything that they do that has the Witcher's name on it, I think needs to be gold. Like this needs to be awesome. Season 3 needs to be awesome, because if it's not, and they're like, oh, I get why Henry Cavill left, because the writing does suck, you know. And then you're not going to get a lot of fans. I mean, already a lot of fans are upset, because it's a big difference between Henry Cavill and Liam Hemsworth. Yeah. So, I
mean, Henry Cavill and the wrong Hemsworth. That's terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
it's the wrong one.
Yeah, the Miley Cyrus one.
I felt very much like it was very Lord of the Rings ish.
Yeah,
Just he had that
very
feel to it.
cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a little bit different than what I'm used to getting from The Witcher.
Really doesn't tell us much though. The lady singing the song. There's a bunch of elves. You see those obelisks things like laying on the floor. A lot of magic. So I'm interested.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch, but I hope it's good. It needs to be really
Do you
good.
think so? Season 2 of The Witcher left us with a lot of magic, a lot of questions. The Wild Hunt is like right around the corner. All now you know that these things can teleport. And in this one, it looks like there's gonna be some teleporting. Do you think it's gonna link some of the lore? So going into season 3, viewers aren't as confused with certain things.
I think it's going to explain the other dimension, explain the powers that what's her name, the daughter has. Explain where how that connects to what we've seen in the last 2 seasons of The Witcher. So we'll understand her more from this series. I really believe that's how it's going to connect to everything.
I can see that. I hope they explain. Well, I mean, we already know a little bit of how the Witchers as a group started. I hope, if the rumor is true, Jason Momoa is the first Witcher. That'd be cool. I'll be down for that. Just because I know.
I'm okay with that. I mean, he has enough action and he's believable. Even though you really don't see a guy from Hawaiian or Hawaiian guy come in there, but hey, he had me at hello.
People forget he's only half. His mom is from Ohio, so you tend to forget about that.
Hey, The Rock is only half too.
Yeah,
he's dash from Canada.
Is he? Yeah, but Jason Momoa is a badass. I always liked him, man. He seemed like a guy that's always very positive, and I enjoy that.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
I'm just waiting for the action, and I'm hoping that they don't mess it up before season 3, and then I'm hoping season 3 is so good that gives Liam Hemsworth a chance.
Exactly.
But it's possible that they just end it because there's nothing left. So I don't know.
At the end of season 4, there's like done.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah,
there's
so much more stories to tell, but the connection between the cast has to be fire.
Yeah,
and I don't see that same connection with Liam Hemsworth. I just don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, just Henry Cavill is a different type of. He's a nerd.
Exactly.
Like legit actual nerd.
He understands how you have to play the character, how important the character is, and having that separation, like pretend like you're not emotional, but being very emotional while pretending like you're not emotional, and how to play that. I don't know if you could do that, by trying to actually act it out. You have to know what that means.
Yeah. I see.
I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, but I don't know if he can pull it off.
No, but I think this prequel maybe might help out a little bit. It could hurt. I don't think it will. Michelle Yeoh is it Yeoh or Yao? She is an action star. I mean, she's really good at other stuff too, but her bread and butter is action. Put a sword in her hand and let her go crazy. And it looks like that's what they're going to do in this one. So I'm all for that.
I'm all for it too. So
yeah,
let's see if we get anything else from it. I mean, I'm maybe some new cool characters and some explanations, and we'll be able to see it in season 3 and know who our characters, know more in depth about our characters. So I'm hoping that's what we'll have moving forward.
Yep. I am for it. But with that being said, let us know what you guys thought. Do you think this one's gonna be stupid? Are you over it? As soon as you heard the news about Henry Cavill, you're like, I'm done. Or are you still gonna give it a chance? So I hope you still give it a chance. I think it still could be good. But this obviously has nothing to do with Henry Cavill, so it's gonna be its own thing. But I'm for it. So I love the universe, and I like the main actress in this one. So 2 thumbs up for me so far. But we'll see. Right around Christmas too.
I mean, December 25th is great. I mean, it is Christmas. That's gonna be my Christmas present to myself.
Watch a four episode
I'm like, hey,
mini
guys,
series.
leave me alone.
Hey, where's Dad? Oh, he locked himself in the basement.
Exactly. So don't bother him. Don't bother him.
Yeah.
You got your Christmas. He's doing his.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh man. All right. But yeah, let us know. But we are gonna move on to our last trailer. All right. So our last trailer for the night came out a couple days ago. I haven't seen it yet. It's still number 17 trending on YouTube. That's insane. I wonder how high it got at one point, because I just saw that the trailer was out today, even though it came out 2 days ago.
I wonder if it's even going to higher. More people are going to see it, and because we all heard the Oscar buzz and how unbelievable it is. So
yeah,
I think it might get higher.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been higher 2 days ago, and it slowly starts to drop. But either way, man, we're talking The Whale, starring Brandon Fraser, who right now this is legit his renaissance. He's coming back. Everyone loves him. I mean, everyone loved him before. I want
him to remake them. I want him to bring back the Mummy as long as he can.
Yeah, do Mummy 4.
But it has to be the same wife, the original one. What's her name?
Oh, it wasn't Rachel. Rachel Weisz was the replacement, or the second one.
Oh, Rachel Weisz is the right one, isn't it?
Well, also, if you don't have it, Target and Best Buy and Walmart, they have
It's Rachel Weisz, yeah, that's the one.
Is it Rachel Weisz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Target you can buy all 3 in one collector little case, and it comes with the digital code for all 3. So I wound up buying it on Blu-ray, and then got the digital code, so I got all 3 mummies, which was awesome. So that's the way to do it. So I'm cool. He said he's down for doing a Mummy 4. I'm down.
I love the Mummy. So every time the Mummy, not that Tom Cruise one, I don't know what the hell that is, but anything with Brendan Fraser, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I watch Encino Man. What you talking about? I watch anything with him.
Love Encino Man. But like I said, we during the birth of my son, the Mummy was on TV. It was on. We just watched it on repeat. They just did 1 and 2 back and forth the entire weekend, Labor Day weekend. So
they didn't play that. They didn't play that other one, the Emperor, the one.
No, one with Jet Li, I think, or I forgot who it was. No, it was the one with the original, and then The Rock, and then again, and then again. And every so often we'll flip it to Harry Potter, because they're playing like the first 5 of Harry Potter.
I can watch Harry Potter all the time. So
yeah. So literally our son was born to Harry Potter and Brandon Fraser. There you go.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I need. You know what we need to do? I know it's a little off topic. We need Brandon to get sorted live. We need to get him sorted live, because he doesn't know. He didn't know, so he doesn't know what he's what house he is.
Awesome.
We gotta do that when we have some free time. Get him into that Pottermore.
Hey, I got the hat right here on my chair. I literally have my chair right here.
So, and I think I've taken the test like 4 times, and each time I'm Hufflepuff. Each time, like, no, my girlfriend's so upset. I don't know if she's watching or whatever, but she's so upset because she used to be a Ravenclaw, and then she even tries to sabotage it. She just keeps getting Gryffindor nonstop, and she does not want to be in Gryffindor. She's like, no.
So, I'm always Gryffindor too, though. I'm always, no matter what.
Yeah. So
we should.
I can see Brandon bringing Ravenclaw though. But we're gonna never do that.
Definitely Ravenclaw. Definitely.
Yeah, without doubt. Oh, that's completely way off track. I might cut that out. But let's check out The Whale, starring Brandon Fraser, and then let's talk about it a little bit. So this is my first time watching this one.
A24.
trailer.
You know it's gonna be good.
It's A24. Yeah.
Running up that hill.
Do you ever get the feeling people are incapable of not caring? People are amazing.
Wow. December.
Like now, okay.
So we don't get much.
I have no idea.
We don't get much. You know, all I know is it's about Brandon Fraser's character, who is 600 pounds, I believe, and his relationship with his daughter. That's all I really know about this movie.
Well, I mean, Sadie
And it's
Sink
very-
is such a huge star right now too, so
Yeah,
she's bringing something to it too.
yeah. Yes, so what's Sadie Sink?
And Sadie Sink, yeah, she from. If you ever watched, oh my God, we're not gonna get back to that. Do you know where she's from?
I'm looking it up now.
You-
Stranger Things. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
She's
shit.
running
Yes.
up the hill.
Oh
the
my
redhead,
God.
that's her.
Yeah.
That's Sadie
Yeah.
Sink.
Like
Yes,
very different.
that's her.
Yeah, Stranger Things.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
She's a huge star. So she could bring stuff to it too. I mean, if you ever saw the last season 4, you'll know what I'm talking about. Tank.
Yeah. I know we were talking about that. Me and my girlfriend were talking about that. Like, yeah, we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it. But yeah,
wanna see
you know, I
his
mean,
performance.
great director.
I just want to see his performance. I want to see what everyone's saying. It's like that epic. I want to know what he's saying and how it's pulling at your heartstrings to be able to get this out of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's some good prosthetics. You know, I mean, I know he's not as ripped and as in shape as he once was, you know. But he's obviously not 600 pounds, so he didn't gain 600 pounds because that's just insane. But yeah. I mean, he even said like the prosthetics were a lot. But
It looks
it'd be
like a lot.
interesting.
And how do you even? I don't know how you act with all that on you.
Yeah.
And they give a believable performance.
He's a good actor, man. He's a good actor. He was always put in silly things like Tarzan, Encino Man. Mummy is a little silly at times, you know.
Man, it's not Tarzan, it's George of the Jungle. It's one of my
George,
favorites.
oh yeah. Totally different. Sorry, George of the Jungle. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it just because all the critics are saying it's Oscar worthy, and I'm like, holy crap! So for sure,
it's an A24 movie. I mean, you know it's going to get a lot of publicity. And coming out during December when people have time, this is a perfect time.
Yeah. A24, real quick, man. This studio came out of nowhere. Moonlight, here, just like Moonlight, Lady Bird, Ex Machina, The Witch, 8th grade, Minari. I did not think I was gonna like Minari. I wound up really liking Minari. That was with Steven Yeun.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
You know, where they come from Korea and he's like trying to be a farmer. Me and Fredo did an Oscar. We did the Oscar viewing, and it was up for an Oscar. Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. That was amazing.
Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Hereditary. I mean, A24. Holy man!
They did Pearl. They
Pearl?
did.
I don't know. Did they must have did X then, right?
Yeah, so it had to be X too.
Yeah.
Well, but they also did Bodies. So, yeah.
I heard it was not too bad. I heard it was kind of funny.
I tried to watch it.
They're doing
and-
Iron Claw.
Really?
Yeah, have you seen some of the pictures for Iron Claw with Zach Efron as what's his name? The wrestler guy, like one of the big first wrestlers. Also, he's already super jacked. He looks insanely jacked in this movie, the Iron Claw.
He needs to be
Like,
coming
insane.
MCU. He needs to come to MCU.
Yeah, like his six pack doesn't even look real. It looks fake. It's insane. Like it's like
No, but he's been that way for a long time.
no, he has. This is like a whole nother level of just like it's muscle on his muscle. It's like what the heck. Yeah, Marcel the Shell with shoes on, which I still need to watch because people are saying it's really, really, really good.
Really, I remember I was watching the trailer. And I was like, "This is stupid. What the hell?"
Everyone said it was so good. They did Men, yeah, and a lot of people mostly like Men.
I don't know.
They did the Green Knight. I had high hopes for the Green Knight, and it sucked.
Yeah, it was
I was
terrible.
very disappointed. Very disappointed. But for the most part, they put out bangers. I heard Bodies was actually pretty good. That's on my list.
Good. I just
Yeah.
I've tried to watch it
I don't think
3 times, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah. I don't think it's winning any awards, but it was a fun kind of silly movie.
I believe we got like an 85 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is
Really?
crazy.
Yep.
So Bodies got an 85, and Wakanda Forever also got an 85.
There you go.
Either that's really, really good or really, really bad. We'll find out.
Yeah, one or the other. But yeah, man, A24, they're pulling this out, and this looks like this might be one of their most award-winning films that they might have put out. Uncut Gems was probably that, and then they're putting this out.
People not
Again,
putting
a very
respect on Uncut Gems. I mean, that was amazing. And
yeah.
ending, the whole movie was so good.
Yeah. I mean, it's also I think maybe a studio where actors like someone like Adam Sandler can go and do something very different. Same thing with Brandon Fraser. It's not only something different; it's also his like kind of part of his big return to Hollywood. So I'm for it. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna go check it out.
Big Brendan Fraser fan, so
Yeah,
like all of it, even Journey to the Center of the Earth, like all of them.
Yeah. All right, let's finish up. We gotta get going, but let us know what you think about The Whale. Are you gonna check it out? Are you excited, or you think it's just gonna be like a snooty critic snob kind of movie? I don't know, because it could go that way, but we'll see. But let us know. Leave a comment, and we're gonna talk about another topic. All right.
Blast from the Past is what I was thinking.
Blast. Oh my god, that was an awesome movie. Because I heard my girlfriend. So give me a minute. And I'll let you know. All right.
I'm going to let's see if we got anything else. We're gonna get up one more trailer up. All right, let's see what we got.
All right.
Everything good? Hey, buddy.
Had to get the baby. I gotta probably get going. Sorry, a little late.
Look at you, looking like a gingerbread man.
Yeah, he's in a little sleep sack. So I think he's hungry. So
That's what it looks like. He's like, what's the food?
yeah, he's like, feed me. He's been eating. He's been eating so much more now. Like he went up from like 4 to like, man, he's pooping a lot.
Yeah, I believe it goes in, gotta come out.
Yeah. So I feel bad. He's got a clogged tear duct, so he's been getting a little gunky eye.
No.
Little gunky eye.
Well, he's like, hey, just give me the food.
Yeah,
Not
like
the
food
mama.
and sleep. Oh, diaper change, food, and then sleep. So
you,
but
you got mama and not the mama. And that's what you're not the mama.
but, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going. I don't know if you want to stay on and talk about anything, or I just want to end it.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
My daughter waking up and saying, "Hey, it's my birthday." Like, I was there, baby. I know. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the 3 days of being in labor. I remember it very well.
Oh man, that's gonna suck. Like being woken up like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like it's my birthday. It's Christmas.
Yep.
Like okay, go back to bed.
I try to roll over, and they'll jump in bed with you, and next thing you know, you can't sleep because they're right next to you.
Yeah. Or you get what's I always hear some parents say like it's not morning until I wake up, so go back to bed. It's not Christmas until I wake up.
Or like the Lion King, before sunrise, that's your daughter.
Yeah.
That's what I tell my wife, hey, before sunrise, that's yours. Don't ask me nothing.
Well, all right, I'm gonna go change his little poopy butt and feed him. I'm gonna head out.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Everyone jumping in with us. Thank Therapy for all your comments. Thanks for everyone watching. We appreciate it, and we will see you again on Monday when we talking about Wakanda Forever. I cannot wait. I have so much to say, and this is gonna probably blow up. So I cannot wait.
Yeah. Cool. All right. See you guys later.
See you guys.
You got it.